Apparently, I live in Quahog, Rhode Island, and I went to James Wood High.
There you go. He's from Quahog. He went to James Wood High. Okay.
Okay.
What's your
My name
name?
is Buddy Rosso,
Buddy?
and I am playing Mark Farcus.
That's a great name. Great name.
I'm pretty good badgering, and I'm pretty much cover stuff like Bigfoot, Dead Rock Stars, Elvis Presley.
And these are things you know about.
Yes.
Okay, those are all your skills. Where'd you go to high school?
Well, I went to Tidwell High School in Scranton, Pennsylvania. My goal after that was to go to the beach. So, yeah, things went good at first of school, but then hit some rough times. Ended up working at a couple different places. Worked as an intern at a local paper. And then lost a job there, went to work at a amusement park, and kind of got framed for beating up a kid. So I lost my job there, and now I'm in tabloid reporting.
Tabloid. Well, that's where the big bucks are in tabloid
Yes.
reporting.
Unfortunately, I am being hunted by the cult of poodle-eating Satanists.
Okay, so you've told your other tabloid reporters about this.
Yes.
Good. Okay, because you all work for the same paper. We're in this together. Jeff?
Oh.
Who are you playing? What's your name? What's your character's name?
Well, I'm Jeff. That feels weird.
He's the puka.
Yeah. My character's name is Horace Shrugg.
It's a good name, too.
Yeah, I guess.
Shrugg?
I shrug. This guy is... I actually have no idea what game I'm playing. Apparently,
This
this
is
guy's
called Tabloid.
Okay,
You're a
so that's
tabloid
why.
reporter.
Oh, okay. So that's why I have skills in like photography.
You're a photographer. Good.
Yeah, the guy went through high school and then he went into college, didn't do so well. Had a hacker fix his grades.
Awesome.
Went into the CI University Air. And there was an incident, and he decided that exposing the truth was the greatest idea ever. And then finally found this job here at this thing.
Tabloid.
Tabloid.
At the International Tabloid, we're going to call it.
I have no academic quirks.
That's good.
No fallouts. I'm rich, I suppose. I have resource rating 6.
This
I have
rating
an
6 is pretty good.
apartment?
You have an
Okay.
apartment somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Are you married or anything? Got any dependents?
It looks like I'm untied and just got a kid.
what's your...
All right, so hey, he's footloose and fancy free. Excellent. Maybe this assignment will see you getting a woman. Adam, who are you playing?
Adam Frager playing George Schmidlap.
I love that name.
Thick-framed... Well, yeah, okay, I'm sorry. A tall, thin, Dwight Schrute-ish-looking guy with hair parted down the center
There you go.
and giant bifocals. He doesn't have a penny to his name right now. Lives in a basement somewhere. He is kind of shifty. He's always watchful because he's wanted by the law for crimes committed by someone else.
And you've told your fellow tabloid reporters here this.
Yes.
Okay, good. You guys must be tight.
He had trouble
I'm
getting
drinking
into
about
college. Finally found a job, quit it. Got another job. Things went bad there. Quit that job. Got back into college. That didn't work out. Went and ran around with some hippies for a while. Quit doing that. He actually got into let's see, what was that at? A nuclear weapons technician. Some bad stuff happened there. And then he finally went to his initial college thing, and that finally panned out. They let him in, and he did bad, so that fell out for him again. And now he's going to be a reporter.
That's where the money is, man. Steve, who are you playing?
My name is Steve Walkup. I'm playing Ralph Fisher.
Wow, normal name. What the hell?
Ralph Fisher.
What was I thinking? Go.
Yeah. I have a handsome face, but I have slightly scarred, slightly burned. I'm wearing a nice suit, tall, dark hair, thick glasses. Of course, they're fake, aka Clark Kent. I went to high school in Muncie, Indiana, and all I want to do is make some money. So I was arrested for unknown reasons.
Unknown reasons, as far as you guys know.
And
You're a pedophile.
It wasn't as bad in the 90s. And they didn't care as much about it. back
Michael
then.
Jackson was a pop star at this time.
So, hey, it was accepted.
I got.
Adam Frager, generating hate mail from my YouTube channel for years now.
Then I decided to go to the beach. Found a lottery ticket. Lived off that for a while. We decided to go back to school, and that didn't work either. You might have read my name in the paper as the homeless bum now rolling in dough.
We're winning. We're winners here.
You're not.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Look at this savings account. He's got 12 savings and a 14 for his resources.
I
He
live
lives
in
in a
a
condo.
I live in a
Boy,
condo.
is ching ching.
I'm living in your basement.
The basement of the condominium.
Yeah,
And nobody knows, right?
I'll never think to find me there.
I was kicked out
This
of
thing is
college again,
raccoons.
but it wasn't my fault this time. It was an accident, honest. I was finding a job as a highway surveyor. Also, that time, we were in law surprised to learn that about your marriage, and you were also surprised to learn about a baby. Then I was transferred to Russia, and then I was working at this place. Yeah, the last words I remember was, "Oh God, don't mix those things." And then the company paid me quite a bit of dough to keep. Keep me quiet, but my looks were ruined. I tried to go back to college, and then I did some late night researching, and then I found there's secrets better undiscovered. So I quit school again, but there's always have people hunting me because I know too much.
Knows too much.
I know too much.
You're married, aren't you?
Yeah.
Kind of fell into that marriage when you found out she was pregnant. Anybody else here married?
I'm married.
You're married. How'd you get married?
Good question.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
Yes.
In Tabloid, the thing about tabloids in this game is that everything you guys print is true. The stuff that you write in the tabloids is stuff that actually happens. Bigfoot is real. Elvis Presley's out there somewhere. Or maybe it's his clone. Or maybe all of his children. Or maybe he's a time-traveling alien from another planet. All this stuff is true. So what you guys are actually a reporter. You're the best investigative reporters on the planet. If you want to go with Men in Black. You guys find out the truth and put it out there. Nobody believes it. But the things that you print aren't just made up. They are real. You're trying to get the truth out to the people. And everybody thinks it's just a bunch of hype and a bunch of fake. So we're going to be starting with Faux Pas here. Editorial meeting in my office, everybody. Now. That's your editor. He's just strode through your bullpen, screaming that as he's heading for his office. As usual, he's sweaty and his tie is half unfurled, but he's wearing a really nice suit. He always puts you in the mind of Jonah Jameson, at least for his temper and his tendency to hit people. He doesn't even wait to see if anybody follows. He just barges into his office.
I just want to let him loose on the city, and then I can get some real stories.
What are you guys doing? You were all sitting at your desk or on
It's
your
more
phone?
likely you believe it too.
What are you guys doing?
I can get up and go, I guess.
Okay.
Where are you guys going? Make him wait. He pays us.
Yeah, he does pay
Do
you.
you remember last time we made him wait more than 5 minutes? Wasn't pretty.
Say if he hits me, I'll try to sue him again.
Are you going or not?
Yeah, I figured I'd always.
Okay, as you squeeze, God, can't talk, into the cramped office, because there's hardly any room to stand, let alone sit. You see there's a short, skinny, bald, bespectacled, bow-tied man standing right next to the editor's desk. You haven't seen this guy before. He acts a little nervous, because you're all staring at him. You've never seen him before. And his pinched little face still radiates a little, I'm better than all of you weasels look like. Kind of one of those things. There's a sense of smug superiority that only comes with excessive pride in one's undergrad education.
See our CPA.
Is that what you said? Yeah. Okay. He just kind of shrugs and rolls his eyes. 2 things, staff. First, I want you to meet Lester Windooth III. He's our new head of research and fact-checking. Unlike you bums, Lester's done something with his life. He was a history professor with an English composition minor, sir. Like I was saying, he's educated, and he's here to oversee our fact-checking. There's been complaints that we ain't always getting our history right, and I want this to stop. And with that, he slams his hand down on the chest, and he just glares at all of you. Second thing. Public wants real news. They're getting tired of these Hollywood Heights, who sleep with who stories we've been filing. Sales are slipping. I want groundbreaking material here. Stuff that's going to make people sit up and take notice. He grabs a sheet of papers and he throws it down. Ignore the folded bit. That's just superfluous stuff. This is a good one. I'm thinking of running. Lester's already checked it. What do you think? And then he just waits for you all to read it.
I say it's the one-armed man.
I knew one guy named Grant.
Maybe it's a bunch of college grads.
Did you read the story? Read the story.
You guys done?
Yes, I'm illiterate.
Tell me what you think.
I start reading this in Russian out loud.
He's used to it. You know he hates it too. He's getting a cigar out. Chomps off the end. Lights it up. Starts smoking like a chimney. This is before all the anti-tobacco laws went into effect. The air in the place starts to get very thick with the bluish stench of cigar smoke.
I start coughing like a hacking cough.
I'd have more copies, but I'm tired of wasting my money on you people.
Like an alien? Is that what I'm getting out of this?
I don't know. Can you read?
No. No, sir.
Wasn't
Better.
Grant a president?
As long as you can write.
Ulysses S.
You know, I just heard that the stories about Grant was false because he was such a small statured man that one drink would get him really enamored. He wasn't really an alcoholic, but that's just what I heard.
Well, what do you think? Just don't talk anymore.
Yeah?
What do you think?
Sure.
What do you think of that story?
Well, I start speaking in Russian.
Yeah, English there, Smirnoff.
I really think that, first of all, your fact checker is wrong because wasn't he president instead of vice president? Or are we playing alternate universe?
No. This is true. It's the
Okay.
same universe.
Okay.
No. You're right. You're right there. Stick your gun, Steve.
Okay, he was
Stick your
president.
gun.
He wasn't
Okay.
vice president. As you mentioned being president.
Yeah, so he was a union.
So this is the new fact
What?
checker. This is
Union?
Yeah. This is the new fact checker, and he wrote. Who wrote this?
The other turns towards Windooth, the little guy.
A Windooth. I have a Winthrop.
He just stares him down. And after the little guy squirms a little, he goes, well, I may have made a little error, but it was in keeping with modern educational standards. And with that, your editor's like, "Argh! Well, we can't go print the story till we check our facts, can we? All right,
But ain't he
I want you to
the
go
fact
find
checker?
this sex. How what?
He's your fact checker, right?
Yeah, well, you are now, because he obviously sucks.
See, I say that education, you should fire him. If he can't print a good
You
story,
don't tell
should
me who to fire. I tell you that you're fired.
Oh, okay. Well, I am replaceable.
Exactly.
So-
Anyway, I want you to go find this Professor Sacco Watches that he talked about. Check out and make sure it's a real story. Get your tickets from accounting. Have a nice trip. Enjoy Canada. Get out!
That's Vidania, boss.
Okay, you guys are ushered out now. You're followed by Windooth. As he comes out of the office last and the door slams behind him. So, your little scenes made you look good at my expense. Well, I'll make you sorry you ever heard of Dr. Windooth. And then he slinks away.
Dr. Windooth?
Yeah, his name's Windooth.
The doctor?
He's walked away.
Were
He
you a
just walks
pharmacologist
away.
or something?
Okay.
Let me see this. You guys don't
Already,
Can't find the
sorry,
facts
I've
if he's
heard
not.
I just read the
that.
end to see what the cut was.
Well, first of all, I'm going to look up where Grant's tomb is supposed to be at because he said have fun in Canada.
But he told you to go check on Dr. Sacco Watches.
Oh, Sacawatch. Okay.
Sacco-Ouija.
Is he in Canada? Well, who told him Sacagawara was in Canada?
You don't know. You know what
Canadian
exactly what
historian.
you've just been told.
Yeah, that's what-
The editor slammed the door and he's like, "Enjoy your
Canadian
problem."
historian is a Canadian historian, Anton Sacagawea.
Yeah, essentially he wants you guys to go find this guy and make sure the facts in the
The
story
evidence is all there,
are
explains
accurate.
Anton, professor at the Great Slave Lake Academy of Arts and Sciences. There are links to this war hero and all sorts of strange events like the Wendigo up here and the Men in Black of America Southwest. The government's got all documents proving it all, but they're all locked up. Those all away. Think about it. Why do you suppose they're starting to ask who's buried in Grant's tomb? Ulysses S. Grant was top general for the Confederate Army during the Civil War, or the war between states for our Southern readers. After the war, General Grant went on to become the Vice President of the United States. With information from Civil War Secret Service files, Professor Sacagawea. Cruz Grant was not of this world. No human could ever drink the quantities of whiskeys as he did and live. But President Lincoln had to keep him supplied with barrels of this stuff. Why did he go with it? Well, no one ever saw him bathing. Professor Sacagawea explains this is why it's taken so long for the news to be revealed by pointing to the powers of alien beings. They don't want us to know just how Grant won the war. In fact, there's still secrets they're trying to suppress.
So basically what he's wanting is for you to check the facts and either do a follow-up story or make sure that everything in that is accurate as far as Sacagawea goes.
Okay.
All right, so I figure we're going to head out to this. He said the tickets, did they give us the tickets or we got to pick the tickets up?
You got to go down to accounting and get the
All right,
tickets.
let's go down to accounting.
Okay. Where to? Where are the tickets supposed to be for?
Canada.
Where in Canada? You know how big Canada is?
I thought he told you.
Canada's really big.
Yeah, find out where you're supposed to go, come down here, and then I'll cut you the money for the tickets.
Hold on, I got the piece of paper right in front of me.
Yeah, you can keep that. That's a problem. People get along so well in tabloid reporting world, don't they?
This is... Here, see, do you read it?
Let's read through it.
Great Slave Lake Academy of Arts and Science.
Oh yeah, Anton, professor of the Great Slave Lake Academy of Arts and Sciences.
Yeah, where's that?
We have to go find out where that's at because it says somewhere in Canada. Isn't it?
Well,
We must just be totally missing it.
No, it's not there. You guys probably have to do some research.
Oh, all right. Well, let's go find out.
Okay. Does anybody have trivia as one of their skills?
Nope.
No?
Wait, hang on.
have looked good.
Yeah, look good.
Dumpster diving.
What's
Wow.
Tunguska?
Tunguska was a place in Russia where this meteor hit that nobody saw.
Okay,
and knocked
okay.
a big hole in the planet.
Okay, I remember that now.
Yeah. A lot of this stuff that you guys know is like trivial information about fantastic things. Tunguska was either an alien ship crash, you think,
Yeah.
or some kind of aerial bombardment. Maybe Bigfoot farted. It's hard to tell exactly, but it's something exciting and should be published at some point in the future. You guys can make some phone calls. You can look it up in the Encyclopedia Britannica. There's a set from
What
1983
year
in
is
the
it?
office. It's 1998.
Oh, okay.
You could. There is the internet. There's not much on it at this point, and it's kind of hard to navigate. And there are no computers in the office. You guys are still using electric typewriters.
I'm gonna get an atlas.
An atlas is another good way to look. You start looking through the atlas.
But it's not going to show Lake Academy of Arts and Science.
No, but it does have a name for the lake, doesn't it? Great Slave Lake Academy of Arts and Sciences. Something like that.
Oh, is that
There might be an actual Great Slave
Great
Lake.
Slave Lake.
What
okay.
city are we in?
What?
What city are we in?
You are in the greatest city in the world, Akron, Ohio.
Akron. Okay.
Sure, why not?
Okay, that's a good idea. Look for the Great Slave Lake.
Okay, you're looking at an atlas. Does anybody else have any other ideas where you might look?
Can we, like,
There is the
call-
Encyclopedia Britannica there. It's a few years old,
Couldn't
and
you
it's
call,
missing
like, the-
U and it's missing the X.
Can you call the
University of
operator and
Dayton?
like look for them to connect us like to 411 information on?
There's no 411 at this time.
I'm gonna.
411 wasn't around in 1998.
I'm gonna meander
411
down to
is
the library.
the beginning of the millennium, if I remember correctly. And if I'm wrong, then in this world, it's not around quite
Okay.
yet. You're gonna head to the library. That's a good idea.
I'm gonna head to the library.
Okay.
Well, I think I'll pop down to University of Dayton, do some checking
Okay.
around down there.
Dayton. You're in Akron. Dayton's on the
Oh,
other side of
wait.
the state.
Okay.
Kent. Is where
Yeah,
you
Kent
can go.
Yeah,
State.
Kent
There you
State.
go.
You can go down there and do it.
What's wrong with Akron? Akron's got a university.
Oh, it does.
Does it?
Well, then heck, I'll
They
be
were
there.
streaks or something like
They're
that.
closed this week.
Oh, that's right. They just lost.
They just lost.
Actually,
Yes.
the Canadian
Kent's flashes.
Canadian historian. I have since I have foreign language French, I should actually start looking into what he found. what his train of
Well, you go
investigation
to a
was.
library and see if he has any books published too.
Yeah, true.
So you can go that route. You were going to the library. You two guys are going to the library.
Yeah.
You finally find Great Slave Lake in your atlas. It is listed. It is up in the northwest corner of Canada, nearest to the city of Yellowknife. You also learn this on the actually surprisingly large Canada section of the library, which is actually a whole bookcase full of books about Canada. Most of them are written in crayon, but they are really interesting. You find that same. You do not find anything written by him. You don't find. He's not apparently a published author, at least in that library. At Kent State, you're able to talk to a couple of cute undergraduate students who find your charming face and personality quite appealing, even though you're. How old's your character?
That's a good question.
Did I have ages on there? Maybe I don't have
No,
ages
I don't
on
think
there.
you have
Okay,
ages on there.
I don't. I should
But I
have
am
written
good
down there.
looking.
You're pretty young. You're all pretty young though. You're probably in your 20s.
Actually,
Do me a get your percentile dice out. Roll me on dex or less to see if you can hide your wedding ring before they notice that you're wearing it.
since
He
I
said
don't
he
find
needs to know every 30
find
minutes.
anything
Yeah, every
books
30
he's
minutes.
published,
okay.
I'm at 20 minutes right now on this.
I think I'm going
Ish.
to look up more about him, like if he's been in any newspapers
yeah,
during
okay,
in the library. Anything about this Canadian guy.
Oh, you do find some information. Did you make that roll less? Your dex or less on percentile
Is
dice?
that reflex?
Yes, reflex. Sorry.
I did not. My
Okay.
reflex is only
Yes.
48.
You're talking to him. You're being very charming, and then one of them goes, and that's it. You're done. They walk away. They're done with you. So you don't manage to make any kind to gain any information. You, however, in Gromp's Guide to the Government Grants, there's an entry for the Great Slave Lake Academy of Arts and Sciences. A Professor A. Sakaouiji received $10,000 from the U.S. Department of Defense Scilab Division. No phone numbers given, and the address is listed as a post office box in Yellowknife. And around after lunchtime, you guys can gather back together to tell each other what you have found.
Yellowknife.
Yeah, it seems to be the place to go to.
Agreed. That's what I found.
Okay, so down to accounting, where they cut you. They arrange for planes tickets to Yellowknife.
Coach? You
Coach,
expect me to fly coach?
you're lucky you're not flying with baggage.
I can't get an upgrade?
What's your guy's name? Fisher. Fisher. We go through this every time you go anywhere. You always want an
You know-
upgrade.
Well, you dress for success, and I'm not dressed for coach.
Then I guess you'll have to dress down.
I agree with him. We should be flying first class on this one.
It's nice that you two are in agreement. It's very nice. I love to see. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
At least one of us wants to attempt to get into the Mile High Club. Come on.
Well, work together then.
Nothing's
Ew, but that's fine.
Yeah, don't ask, don't tell.
This ain't the Army.
Feels like it sometimes.
Fast talk.
Yeah.
Just skills, army, mine.
You can try. You can try fast talk. He's already kind of annoyed with you though, so there's a slight negative
I gotta
modifier.
roll?
So it's percentile dice. Fast talk. What's it got next to it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I should look.
There's a little thing in
I got it
fast
too.
talk. Charisma.
Yep.
So 69. It's like Call of Duty. You want to roll that number less, but I'm giving it a decent negative modifier. So roll and tell me how much you make it by if you make it. Oh.
Oh, didn't make it. Not even
91. Get out of here. Then don't any of the rest of you try it either. For some reason, the accounting department has a big door with a big close.
See, and I could
Over
have.
window. Yeah, it's a one of
Do
the
you
big
want
ones.
those
Boom.
seats?
Well, you know that. Of course I want the receipt. You always know to bring back receipts for. The paper will cover up to a point certain things. So you spend your money, you bring back the receipts. Accounting decides what you're going to get money reimbursed for.
For you.
Yeah, pretty much.
So since I'm a bush
You don't have
pilot,
any money, but you got your ticket.
since
You're a bush pilot?
since I have my flying license,
Yes.
Can you just give me the money that would be paid for the ticket? And I
You don't
can
have a
just use that?
plane.
Well,
You
I
have
can
your
rent one.
license.
I can charter one.
Yeah, it'd be a lot more expensive than getting tickets on an airline.
Well, that's true, but at least I'd be flying first class.
He's already slammed the window. There's a door right next to it. I mean, but you can always go in. But it's more of a point for him. He likes to slam the windows in reporters' faces. Apparently, he does it to you guys like every time.
So he feels he has the Wizard of Oz door guy syndrome.
Exactly. Yeah. And actually, the flight leaves in an hour for Calgary.
we gotta go.
And then you gotta get a connecting flight up to
Pack
you.
myself. I'm ready.
You never have anything on you to begin with anyway. So.
Oh my gosh.
You don't even have a carry-on.
I'm always
do ya?
prepared. I don't.
That's great. We're back in the days of film. Oh man.
Yes, film cameras.
Oh, stock up on film and grab it.
Yeah, you can grab. They've got film for you. You got the camera.
The right bulbs. The
If
right
there's
Kelvin
anything else that
rating.
you guys want to purchase, you have about an hour to get to the airport.
Yeah, I'm done.
Probably just
It'll take about half an hour to get there from here, so we got about half an hour to kill. And this is back in '98, so this is before 9/11. So getting on a plane was pretty easy back then.
Yeah, I'll give 50 something. Try something to.
$50? Nice. Oh,
pick up a
man.
couple batters for my dictaphone.
Okay, I'm assuming you guys have little spare junk like that. Is there anything specific you don't see in your character sheet that you want your character to have?
Machine gun.
No, you can't buy one of those. You could buy a gun. Well, there's a
Tripod.
3-day waiting pod. Yes, you can grab a tripod from the.
From the actual.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna take a run back to my apartment and pick up my stuff.
right. Change of clothes, that kind of thing. Adam, you probably have a few changes of clothes and stuff. So you've got a rucksack. Everybody else is coming in with suitcases and stuff. You got this crappy little.
I have 2 suitcases and a carry-on.
Okay, that's allowed. And they don't even weigh them back in 1998. That's how cool it was back then.
Yeah,
Okay.
we don't have to worry about getting fondled now.
Yeah.
I like getting fondled. I don't know what you guys do.
By a big black guy.
Yeah.
This
wig on, man.
This
Just
might
turns
feel
the woman.
tight for just a moment.
First guess. They're surprised.
Just close your eyes. You'll just pretend it's a woman with
Yeah.
very large hands.
Come in.
Okay, so
You cannot crack your knuckles when you do that.
At least what you did.
you get a regular flight to Calgary, and from Calgary there is a flight to Yellowknife. They say we can make things difficult for the characters and have all the flights filled. Blah blah blah. blah.
Are we getting a connecting flight to Yellowknife?
Yeah, you get a connecting flight. It's already all taken care of with the ticket.
A hot job or what kind of?
Yeah, it's
We
a
have a
pretty small
layover
plane. There's no layover. Actually, you have to run. But it's like a 5-minute layover, and the plane's taking off in 4, so it's one of those deals where it's like, oh yeah, your flight is leaving. Oh, oops, you better run. And it's on the other side of the airport, so it's one of those kind of deals. Like, God damn it.
Running all those bad things.
You arrive in Yellowknife late in the day at Yellowknife International Airport. I don't know anything about Yellowknife. There's nothing here because they don't care. It's winter.
Oh.
There's tons of snow. It's freezing cold. Well, it is March.
Buy a coat.
Oh, yeah.
Thing.
Yeah, you're right. I will. Moment.